Welcome back to In Your Neighborhood. I'm your host, Charlotte Brown, and on today's show, we've been talking with Confederation College and all about their 50th anniversary celebrations. I'm here with Shelley Graham, and Shelley's the 50th anniversary coordinator. And before we were talking about like different ways that the college is celebrating and how people can get involved with that. You've also done something really neat where you unveiled a 50-year timeline, which is installed at the windows of the Ryan Hall cafeteria. Let's talk about that.
Right, so the unveiling was at the official launch last week. It's a colorful timeline that sprawls across the windows of the cafeteria. Everyone in the community is welcome to stop by. It's a nice way to get reconnected with the college, have a visit, stop in for a coffee, and get some information off the timeline.
Absolutely. And what does this look like? Like, did somebody go through the archives? Were you digging up pictures?
That's what we did. That's exactly what we did. So they're, like I said, they're very colorful. Our logo is very colorful. It sort of mimics the celebration balloons of our logo, and it has pictures and information in each of the decade bubbles along the window.
Wonderful. And how fun was that to kind of go through the history of the college? Like, I know you posted a picture on your Facebook page, which we'll put the Facebook page up on the screen as well so people can check that out, because you have lots of great posts that you're putting on throughout the year. But there was one that was in Rumor's Dining Hall that was, I think, taken in the 80s or the 90s with one of the lunches or dinners that the culinary program puts on, and just looking at the clothing and attire that matched that, genre. So,
yeah, it's been fun looking through them. Actually, it was a project in itself because a lot of the photos were stored away in boxes. So as a legacy to the college, the planning committee is also going through a project of putting all of those digitalizing all of the photos as well.
Yeah, which really is important to do, because the thing is that, flood, water damage, something could happen.
Definitely.
You really want to preserve those. So that's wonderful that you're doing that. You also have launch events that were hosted at your regional campuses.
That's right. So across the region, we had mini launches as well, where all the campuses celebrated, and they invited their communities in as well.
Yeah.
And they have a mini timeline done as well. So ours is on the windows of the college. They got one to put on their walls as well.
Wonderful. And it's good to do that, because the thing is that, as much as the main campus is here, those campuses are also very significant to
they're just as important, and we want the staff and students to feel that they're just as much a part of this history.
Yes, absolutely. So the other really cool thing is that you have a display in the Sports Hall of Fame. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, so that's actually being installed now. It'll be open to the public at the end of January. We will be there for most of 2017 until June. We're also going to be in the Thunder Bay Museum June, July, and August.
Wow.
After that, we'll be collecting all of our items back to create our own museum on campus for our homecoming weekend.
That's fabulous. So what kind of display can people expect at the Sports Hall of Fame and the Thunder Bay Museum? Is this celebrating athletes? Is this?
The Sports Hall of Fame is mostly focusing on our athletes, our sport programs, as well as our College Rec sort of intramural program as well.
Wonderful, wonderful. And let's talk about birthday parties in the community. So you have actual traveling birthday parties.
Right. So we are hosting several events throughout the year that we invite all of the community to come to us, but we'll also bring the celebration to you. It could be a small office, it could be a business that employs a lot of graduates. We'll bring the party to you. So we have a little birthday travel pack that will bring you cupcakes and some cups and napkins and everything you need to hold a little 50th birthday party right at your office.
Wow, that's awesome. You really got into the whole theme and the whole...
We wanted it to be a celebration. We really wanted to celebrate the past, but also celebrate the possibilities for the future as well.
Absolutely. Now you mentioned the big homecoming event. So that's kind of like the big party that's going to happen, and that's in the fall time.
Correct. That's September 21st to 24th of 2017. We are starting the weekend off with our annual partners evening on the Thursday night. The next day, Friday, will be followed by an alumni speaker series, which will also be live streamed because it's in conjunction with Colleges Ontario's 50th anniversary as well. The Saturday will roll into our big community festival, which we're really excited about, and we'll conclude on the Sunday with a President's brunch.
Wow, sounds like a action-packed weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe let's break those down into all 4 components of that and what people can expect, if it's open to anybody to come, how they get involved, all that kind of stuff. So you started with there was a dinner.
A Community Partners Evening is a cocktail reception. It is a paid ticket event that goes towards student awards. So that's an annual event that we will start with. And then the next day, the Friday speaker series, we are inviting alumni like yourself to come and share their expertise, their stories with current students, and invite other alumni or community members to attend as well.
Okay, so is this open to the general public? Can anybody purchase a ticket and come to either of those events, or is it just applicable to alumni? Or
no, it's open to the general public, and all the information will be on our website.
Wonderful. And let's talk about this big carnival day.
Right.
You know, this sounds like a awesome day, so I'm curious as to everything you have figured out so far. So far. I'm sure it's still in the planning if it's in September.
Well, it's definitely just in the planning stages, but the Saturday Community Festival will be for everyone. We want alumni to maybe come back to town if they're not currently in town. Bring your families. We're going to have an entertainment stage. It is an outdoor-indoor festival, so outdoor we'll have an entertainment stage. We'll have children and family activities. We will have a car show possibly is in the works. We're going to have college tours. We're looking at doing an alumni youth soccer clinic with our soccer team. And we're also going to have a museum inside as well.
Wow. So if people want to get involved in this big day or any of the planning, if somebody had went to Confederation College, is there opportunities for people to be able to help, to get involved, to volunteer, any of that kind of stuff?
Definitely. There's many ways to get involved. You can get involved by participating at our events. You can get involved by helping out with planning committees, day of volunteers. We always need help throughout that weekend and other things throughout the year. Again, if you go to the website, you can register as a volunteer there.
Right. And what about in terms of the day, if there's somebody out there that's watching that's an entertainer, or any of the activities that you kind of talked about during the festival and stuff like that, are you looking for things to kind of add into the day still?
Yeah, definitely. On that Saturday Community Festival, we're looking for as many people as we can to get involved, especially alumni. We're hoping that maybe some alumni food trucks will get involved to, showcase their food. Anybody who wants to get involved can.
Right, awesome. And how about tours of the college? So if somebody maybe hasn't been there in a long time, maybe graduated, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, want to kind of check out what's going on, is there going to be opportunities to do things like that?
Definitely. We are having tours throughout the weekend. And you really should. If you haven't been to the college, you should come back. I graduated in 2000, just coming back 16 years later. It's an entirely different field to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots has changed. Yeah, I notice changes every time I'm in there for something. Not there very often, but the few times a year that I go there, I always notice that there's something different. Definitely. For sure. So how can people send birthday greetings, anniversary greetings? So a lot of people have moved, maybe they came here to go to school, but now they're living in other parts. If they can't make it, but they want to be a part of the celebrations, is there ways for people to do that?
There are a couple ways to do that. So at each event, like I said, if we bring the birthday to you, we also have these birthday books that we've created, which essentially is like a yearbook or big birthday card. So we bring those and people can leave their wishes in there. We also have online a Share Your Story webpage. So you can go there, share your memory of Confederation College, and you can also upload pictures there as well.
Wow, that's wonderful that there's like lots of different ways for people to be able to get involved. And how important is your alumni for being a part of everything? You'd mentioned, I don't know how many thousands of graduates over the year. That's a lot of people.
34,000. And we want them all to come back, to get involved in one way or another. It's nice to come back, share with your family, with your children, where you went to school, what you learned. But we really do want to reconnect as much as possible with our alumni and and moving forward, they could be continue to be involved with the college.
Right, right. And important for people to kind of reach out. Like, let's talk about for the website, and if people want to contact, get more information, because I remember when I went to college, that's when internet came out. Yeah. So, you know, that's when there was finally emails and stuff like that. So there's a good 25 years that that technology didn't exist. So if people graduated in that amount of time, you know, maybe you wouldn't have had an email, or how for the college to get a hold of you to say, come be a part of these celebrations. So we're relying on a lot of social media and things like that for people to catch people's attention, today's show, that kind of stuff, to then reach out to the college and say, hey.
Oh, for sure. So the website is confederation50.com, and there is that reconnect, update your alumni information, because like you said, a lot of people didn't have an email registered, and you'll get to know about all the exciting events that the college does annually for their alumni.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. And is there anything that we've missed chatting about that you want to share in terms of what's happening over the next year, or key points? And
I think we covered it all. It's just the importance that we want as many people involved as possible, and we want to hear from you. We want to hear your story. If you have memorabilia sitting at home, we'll use that in our displays. You can lend it to the college, or you can give it to us as well for permanent displays.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, we're celebrating a milestone of 50 years of Confederation College here in the community, not just the community, but the entire region. In your opinion, and I mean, you're a staff at Confederation College, you know, what do you see happening for the next 50 years of Confederation College?
I think there's a lot to be done, and I think more and more will be done across the region. The world is getting smaller, we all know that, and like I said, with the build in international students, I think there's a great potential for the college and the community.
Wonderful. Well, I want to thank you, Shelley, for being on the show today and enlightening us all about Confederation College, its significance here in the community, and all the great things you're doing to celebrate 50 wonderful years of the college. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Be sure to watch next week with more on In Your Neighborhood.